Play of the game. This one courtesy of LBJ. Rob putting the spin move on.
Rock him to sleep. Rock him to sleep. And just take him to the rack. You know, sometimes, I say this all the time, you can't teach size, but you can trick the heck out of him sometimes. Cross him up, put him in the spin move, lull him to sleep, and then when you're as great as LeBron James, you just finger roll him.
So that length on Wemby, you can get past him, but he still has.
You got to put it off the glass.
Touche. 30-13 for Anthony Davis in the loss. Let's go inside the Lakers locker room. He's with Geeter.
Put him on
AD, with what's happened with the city the last 6 nights, days, the devastation with the fires, this tie to the city the Lakers have. How important was it for you guys to get back on that court tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's, the tragedy, seeing it from the news and social media, being somewhat a part of it, with, me having to evacuate and looking out my window, seeing the fires right there, and obviously being close to it, JJ and, Rohan and, other, people in the organization. Obviously a tough time, for our city. And, one thing we found out, through the course of, COVID, that sports kind of brings joy, back to, people, even if it's temporary. And, we're eager to, play basketball again in front of our fans. Sucks that we weren't able to, get the win, not with just that, but then, Coop's jersey retirement. But, definitely, tough situation in LA, and we appreciate all of everyone's support from around the world, around the country, and other leagues and other teams, and first responders, risking their lives to make sure that everyone try to be safe as possible. So tough times, but we're going to get through it together.
What was that like? I mean, it sounds unimaginable to look out your window and see that and not know if you're going to come back to your home.
Yeah, I mean, we were in Dallas, and when everything's just kind of started happening, and obviously, got kids and wife, and start freaking out, and then get home, and you kind of see it as we flying in, and you kind of hear about. I say the first thing I heard about was JJ's house, and and then my wife started telling me about some of my daughter's classmates, their families losing homes, and my daughter, where she go ride horses, was gone, and some of my son's classmates and houses are gone, so start getting tough, start getting emotional, and then as you start to see more and more, as the days went on, more and more things happening, more and more fires happening, to the point where now it's getting close to you. Getting close to you, now you have to evacuate your home, and just a lot, but like I said, we're just trying to get through it, and feel good to be on the floor and just kind of bring joy, back to everyone who was here. That kind of can kind of get away from it, for 2.5 hours, and but the fight isn't over. We still have a lot to do, trying to do my part as far as helping families and communities who've been affected, and trying to with donations, actually just talking about getting a suite for a couple games and bringing the first responder, all the firefighters, whoever, bringing them to a game, or meeting them, or whatever the case may be. So just trying to figure it all out, and do my part as one of the leaders here in the community.
You mentioned the fight continuing, and had you guys won tonight, it would have made for a nice story that you came together and got the win, but the fight would have remained when it was.
The same, yeah.
How though have you felt the group come together? JJ mentioned that it was like a few days where he felt connected as a team?
Yeah, you know, we was able to get away, but then you lean on your family. Outside of your family, the Lakers family, you get the chance to practice and be around each other and kind of, the first time we seen JJ, just put our arms around him and kind of, help him out with everything that was going on. But yeah, I mean, I've been thinking about that a lot. Just, we come out and play, win, lose, draw, this game is over, and everything's still going on in the world. So kind of like bittersweet in a sense, because we still have people who are dealing with real life situations, and we get to go out here and play basketball. So it's kind of tough. Obviously, we still have a job to do, and at some point we're going to have to play basketball again. Go back to work. But we try to, obviously get this win. We never want to lose, but with the Rams winning and us trying to get the win and bring a little bit of joy to the city, for a little bit.
Thanks, AD.
Yep.
More to come on Access. Rui Hachimura with 9 points in the loss. They've now lost 3 straight. We'll hear from Rui coming up. Of the game, anticipation of the passing lanes here. Dalton Connect steals it from Chris Paul. It's the dunk and one, Perez.
Yep, we talked about Dalton Connect, not just a shooter, not really known for his defense, but I like the anticipation station. And then the dunk at the other end, CP3 kind of looking around like, what happened there? Don't you back pass, CP3.
Rui Hachimura made 3 of 4 from deep, finishing with 9 points. He's speaking with Mike in the media.
Rui, the Spurs were getting to the rim pretty frequently throughout the night, but especially in the second half. What did you see on the defensive side of the court, especially late?
Our defense was 1-5, and when we get switched up, somebody posted our smaller guys and they're whiting and all that. We had to have a low man, and they're of course Chris Paul. He's one of the greatest point guard ever played. Whatever. He knows he always looking at the other side, and he was just skipping the balls. So like it was hard for everybody to kind of close out and make a play. But it was a whole thing that we planned. So it's we gotta and we couldn't of course when we do 1-5 AD gonna be on the top, so we didn't really have a low man protect anybody that protecting the rim. So yeah, it was tough for us. We had to be more physical, and yeah, everybody gotta have a mentality of protecting the rim.
Can you just talk about what these past few days has been? I mean, obviously there's been so much happening away from the court. How were you able to kind of say, hey, we have a game? What are these last few days been like?
Oh, it's been tough, of course. We kind of, every day is literally have a different schedule, different news, different, everything's just really depends on this fire thing. And we don't know that our schedule for next day. We are kind of worried about our houses and all that. And a couple of the, some of the teammates, my teammates, had to evacuate the house and all that. So it's been a lot, but it is what it is. We have to kind of, we talk about we have to kind of switch our gear. We can't be sorry for this. We just gotta lock in. I think it's a lot of distraction right now, a lot of things going on. But we just gotta focus on ourselves, and yeah, we just gotta get back to our track. Yeah.
Rui,
there's been a few days, obviously, in between games, but the Lakers are currently now on a 3-game losing streak. What do you think has to happen to kind of adjust that?
I think, play harder. We gotta play for each other. I think this past 3 games, like you said, we kind of relied on our individual skills and all that. So we just gotta start playing together again. What we had in December, and get back on our track. We just got it's both hands. Offensively, defensively. We know playing for each other right now. So we gotta kind of we gotta stick together, and we get back on the track.
Time for Big Shots breakdown. You're going to break down the dominance from the Spurs in the fourth.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
And you're not going to the wall.
When they lose, you get Rob sitting right here for the breakdown. So I know y'all like looking at me stand up there and point to nothing, but I'm going to sit here and point to something. The way these San Antonio Spurs, and it hurt me even to talk about the Spurs in a good way, but now you get this good spin move by LBJ, but it's off to the races. We talked about young legs. Right here, a little hezzy dribble. Think about this. You usually protect the rim with this AD, but you don't have AD. Oh, a little too late. The vet goes in the up and under, use the rim as protection. Here you got the post up. The vet against the young fella. Chrissy is a great defender on ball, but he doesn't really know how to play post defense. You see that little one move where he spins and he gives that little disconnect with him and the offensive player causes him to get this offensive rebound and score. Now you got another little double screen like everybody in NBA runs. And what do? You got Wemby rolling to the back. You got to stop this. If you don't, it's an alley-oop. But Dodo gets mid-range. Chris Paul, been one of the best point guards ever played the game, finds a young fella in the corner for the 3. And when you have guys who know their offense and know where to be, and you run it efficiently, this is the results that you get.
Even though you didn't go to the wall, it was a great breakdown. Appreciate it. Anything you'd like to add, Mr. Bresnahan?
Rob, are you rested? You worked like 10 minutes on the pregame show, about 10 seconds on the halftime show, and you didn't go to the wall in the postgame show.
Hey, Brad, you know what the 5 fingers said to the face?
Did I high-five my face?
I work hard for my money.
You do.
I work hard for... Just kidding. Michael Cooper had his number 21 hung in the Raptors tonight in downtown LA. Up next, we'll hear Coop's reaction to the honor. Access Sportsnet Lakers is brought to you in part by Morongo.